Hello. 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 Okay, sorry, I forgot to get my microphone. Sorry. I was like, hello, and then I didn't see the line move. Okay, are we there? Can you hear me? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Mandy, Suzanne, Bronnie, Sue, Emma, Nicola, Dawn, Savannah, Carol, Sarah, where are we? Mandy, Lillian, Sophie, Carol, Linda, Shelley. Hello, good evening, everybody. I think it's working now, fine, perfect. Sorry I'm slightly late. Took the dogs for a walk and just didn't remember the time. So I'm just slightly late, so I do apologise. How are we all? Are we okay? Did you have a good weekend? I wasn't here on Sunday, so I haven't seen you guys since Friday, so I hope, oh no, there we go, you've had a good weekend. Hello, 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 hello. Oh. Updates. Changes on the website, just move some bits around, like the bits from the new in section are now out and dispersed into the Valentine's Day section and the other bits where they need to go. I did have a lovely birthday, thank you Savannah. I was very, very spoilt and had a lovely day with the family, then ended with a nice meal. So yeah, it was a good birthday, thank you. Today we've got our gifting gonks, which are all fully topped up, so loving that. And I think that's everything. There's been a few postal runs this week, and I've got one tomorrow getting picked up as well. And I should be, fingers crossed, up to date with emails within the 48 hours, Monday to Friday as well. So I think we're all up to date. So hopefully you're all receiving your orders and are happy with them. And order list for today I've just posted on the page, so if anybody would like to order, there is still space available for today, and I'll do an updated order list as we go. Admin declined. You'll try again. Oh, bless you, Anne-Marie. It may not be that it got declined, as I haven't declined anything. It may be that I may not have seen it to accept it in yet. Yeah, I can see pending posts here. Oh wow, Anne-Marie, I'll just accept them in now. Look at those. Oh, I love them. And as requested by Brecken, here's the wobbly Gonk. And he is very, oh, I love him. Okay, I've just accepted that in. And there's another one, Helen. Here's your 2 diamond painting gonks. Oh my gosh, I've missed everything. I'm so sorry. Okay, so if whoever's in the Pearls of Brecken group, we've just accepted loads of posts in there. Sorry, like I said, sometimes I get notifications for there and sometimes I don't. And if I don't get the first sort of notification, it doesn't do it for the following ones. So yeah, if I've missed that, I do apologise. I did, Suzanne, thank you. I was extremely Shell, thank you. And I'm glad you're happy, not a problem. Oh, Sarah, you're very, very welcome. Okay, so shall we get started for today? So order list on the page. All oysters bar the 25 pearls are available. I am waiting an email back on the 25 pearl oysters, as they should have been here with my normal oyster delivery, and they are still not. So I have actually emailed again to see, because the tracking hasn't moved, so I've emailed again to see what's going on and if they can do anything their end, and why it's stopped. So I'll give you an update as soon as I have. And those of you who have ordered a 25 pearl oyster, As soon as I know, I'm going to also email you that information, so you don't have to sort of wait until the next live to find out. I will email you so you'll know when your opening will be, or you'll have the update of when they're coming in as soon as I get a email back. Okay, so I do apologise, and yeah, I'll let you know as soon as I've got any information. Any new mugs for my birthday? No, I didn't have a new mug for my birthday. No. So, up first today is Vicky Connor. Vicky, are you here? Good evening, Ellen. Hello. Hello, 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 my lovely. Is there an order list? There is an order list. I have posted it on the page. I'm just doing an updated one here. Let me just print this one off and then I'll pop it in the comments as well for you, my lovely. And Vicky, you're here. Hello. Vicky, you've got one oyster opening altogether. So what type of oyster would you like, Vicky? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Okay, so if I post the order list in the comments, as you can see, Vicky's the first person, and I'll post it where you can see Vicky's at the top here, so you can see the order list. There we go. Excited, it's your first order. Ooh, mystery and donate. Okay, mystery bags down here. So, is there a certain colour you're hoping for at all? Mystery oyster. Let's get him open. Oh, Sue, bless you. Thank you for the stars there, my lovely. Oh, my sleeves are going to be annoying today. Right, let's go down, Vicky. Mystery oyster, you'd like to donate your shells. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? You've got a lighter pop there. Looking forward to seeing what comes out. Okay. Now I can see a peeper straight away, but let me just have a squidge here because there is a little bit of flesh on that side, but we can see that there's no pearls there. And then in here, you've got a gorgeous, straight away we can see two-tonal blue there. Let me just have a squidge. And there's no more in that one. So it's a lighter icy blue, but he does have darker two-tonal markings to him. Almost like darker spots. So let me show you this one. Okay, lighter icy blue, but then you can see those gorgeous darker spots there. Okay, now Vicky, what do you think to this one? Would you be happy with this one on your jewellery? Or, just moving it so you can possibly see some more spots, would you like to swap him? Now, if I run him through the board, your blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He is an 8.5. Absolutely beautiful, happy, and would love that one on the item. Perfect. Well, I'm glad you're happy, my lovely. So I'm just going to grab a little bag to pop this in. Okie dokie, and then I'll get that popped onto your jewellery. That's safe on there. Thank you, Vicky, for the donations of your shells as well. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Perfect. And up next today is, oh bless you, you're very, very welcome, Vicky. Up next today is Kathy Rax. Kathy, are you here? Kathy, hello. Oh yeah, you're here. Hello, my lovely. So normal and donate. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 openings. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 openings. Normal. Sorry, I'm still here. Ooh. Yeah, that's normal. I had to lean over. Okay, so normals. Donate the shells. Is there certain colours you're hoping for? There we go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Stay there. Debbie, bless you. Thank you for the stars. That's very, very kind of you. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so let's go down. Kathy, oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And in your first oyster, you have got a cream, and there's no more in that one. So first pearl out is a cream. Let me dry him up for you. There he is in the sand. Oh, bless you, Helen. Thank you as well for the stars there. Again, that's very, very kind of you. Moving on to oyster number 2. Thank you, Bab. There's one side and the other side. Bab, can you grab me some kitchen towel, please? And in here, you have got a pinky rose gold, and there's no more in that one. So again, if I just dry this up for you. And here is your pinky rose gold. Thank you, Bab. Moving on to your third oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here, you've got 1 and 2. You are twinning. And twinning with cream pearls. Now, these are almost white. They're just off white. So they're slightly lighter than the cream you got earlier. So hopefully you'll be able to see the difference in the sand. So you've got a slightly darker cream towards the top. And then these two are just off white cream there. Okay, and then moving on to your last oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here you are twinning for a second time, and there's no more in that one. Again, twinning with lighter pearls here. Let me just dry them up for you. Oh. Okay, and these are bridal white twins, and they're actually larger. I think they're the largest pearls you've got there. So you've got a pinky rose gold and a single cream pearl at the top. You've then got twinning creams, and then you've got twinning bridal whites as well. Now, Kathy, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which colours you'd like to go where. And if you're not happy, that's absolutely fine, and we can swap them for you. So if we run them through the board, the single cream is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The pinky rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The cream twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Cream twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5, so they're measuring the same size there. Bridal white number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Bridal white number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5, so they're also measuring the same size. Cream twins on the jewellery. Okay, perfect. I'm just going to log on here just to see if you've left additional notes, which I've got a feeling you may have done, that I may have missed and haven't. Ah, yep, I did miss them. Okay, but yes, that's absolutely fine. So cream twins on the jewellery. Can you just confirm, are you happy with the other colours there in the sand as well? Hello, good evening. Welcome everybody. Very happy? Okay, perfect. So that's on there and there. So Kathy, I hope you'll be happy with that. Regarding your note that you left, that's absolutely fine. Sorry, somehow I missed it before the opening, but that's absolutely fine. I'll print it off when I process it tomorrow. So I want to thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. Okie dokie. Up next then today is Michelle Rose. Michelle, are you here? Michelle, right. Michelle, you're here. Oh, bless you, Shell. I do need you just to confirm the email address again. I know you've done it a couple of times now, but even, I do apologise, but I do just need to continue to ask, just in case I get it wrong. Like, I don't want to go from memory. So if you can, just because it's a different name on Facebook, my lovely, just confirm that section of the email address, but that's on your order form, just so I can confirm it's you. Thank you, Shell, my lovely. That's perfect. Right, so you do have one of our gifting gonks, and you are the first person this evening to have one. So let's go across. I believe the camera, I think you guys can see. I'm going to move the buckets over slightly so you can see all the buckets. Okay, so which gonk would you like? We've got Besotted, Smitten, Charmed and Hopeful. Which one would you like? Kaylia, hello my lovely. Yvette, I'm fine, thank you. I hope you're well as well. And Shell, can you have besotted? You can indeed. That's this one here. I just dive in and pull the first one out that I can reach. So that's this one. Let's get him open. Okay, and straight away I can see 1 and 2 items of jewellery there. And then you've got 1, 2 and 3 oysters. Okay, so with your items of jewellery, let me just get one of these. Your first one is a cage pendant. Now this cage pendant is one of the newer Valentine's cage pendants that are on the website. So it recently came in for this year's Valentine's Day section. It holds 1 pearl at a time, and then because it's a cage pendant, you can swap and change the pearl around at home. Now as you can see, it's a heart at the back, and then you've got a crystal encrusted infinity sign looping itself around the heart, and then your pearl sits right in the middle of the heart there, so you're going to see a lot of the colour of the pearl. So I hope you're happy with that one. And then for your second item of jewellery, you have got a charm. So with this one, the fitting will be added that you have chosen. Okay, I'm just going to hold it by the pearl to show you the charm to start with. You have got the rubber ducky charm. Look at him. So this is a one-sided charm. So on the reverse side, it's you can see it's got the 925 silver stamp, but not the lot of detail there. So all the details on this side here. So that's the rubber ducky charm. And we've got a bright, sorry, I'm just readjusting how I hold it, a bright watermelon pearl with that one. So like I said, I will be popping the fitting on that you have chosen. I hope you're happy with that one as well. So a cage pendant where you'll be able to swap and change your pearls around inside. And then a ready-made charm. And then 3 oysters as well. You're very, very welcome. 2 and 3. Now, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for at all? So, oyster number 1. There's one side. Oh, and the other side. And oh my, in here you are quadding. Quadding, my lovely, with your first oyster. There's no more in that one. Okay, so let me dry this up here. You have got a sea green, a burgundy red, almost a black cherry, a TARDIS blue, and a dark chocolate bronze. So beautiful quadding colours there. And actually with your cage pendant, this is the perfect thing to get, because then you've already got these pearls you can swap and change around in that cage pendant. Moving on to oyster number 2. Donate the shells and you're hoping for a blue. I've got a TARDIS blue already, which is perfect. So in here, out the back here, you've got a rose gold. There's no more in that one. Now he's a darker rose gold, but definitely has that rose gold tone to him. And then moving on to your last oyster. there's one side and the other side. Oh, and the pearls popped out the back there. You've got a pinky rose gold, and there's no more in that one. Okay, so let me dry this up for you as well. What do you think to all of these, my lovely? So sea green, black cherry, TARDIS blue and a dark chocolate bronze. You've then got a rose gold and a pinky rose gold. Now, if you're happy with these, you can keep them. And if you're not happy, we can swap the colours for you. I'll just need to know what you would like to do. So if I run them through the board, the sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. TARDIS blue is not a 5, oh, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. He's a darker chocolate bronze. Your rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the pinky rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. Can you swap the rose gold for a watermelon? You can indeed. Oh, okay, so I've gone for a brighter watermelon there. Just have a look here and let me know if you're happy with that one. And then, of course, if you're happy with the other colours as well. Just going to take the rose gold away there. Beautiful. So just confirm, are you happy with everything there? Let me just pop these in here. And your charm as well. You're very, very welcome, Shell. Well, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. As always, thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, up next then today is Mandy Clayton. Mandy, are you here? Mandy Clayton, are you here? Now, I believe, Mandy, I saw you earlier, so I'm hoping you're still here. Mandy, hello, hello, hello. Can I say hi to Sienna, who's not feeling great? Oh, bless you. Sienna, hello, and I hope you feel better soon. Bless you, get lots of rest. Yeah, and I hope it passes soon, my lovely. Mandy, you have got one oyster opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? mystery and donate. Okie dokie. Now, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So, mystery oyster. And let's go down. Your mystery oyster. Oh, bless her, Marie. Well, I hope it passes soon for her. Okay, Mandy, there was a soft pop there. Gonna wait and see. Okay, now actually there is a pearl on this half here. Let me just roll that out. It's still rolled down the front. And there's no more in that one. And up here, that's just a piece of shell there. Now, I can see, as well as your runaway, you also have, oh, popped out 1, 2, and 3. You are quadding. There's no more in that one. You have got 4 pearls in your oyster, Mandy. Let me just dry them up for you. Oh, bless you, Sarah. Hello. Okay, so in here you've got a bridal white, a dark chocolate, a silvery sea green, and then a silver. So I'll show you these colours up close, and I'll give them a twirl as well. So a bridal white, a chocolate, very dark, deep, rich tone there, a silver sea green. So it's a sea green with a slight silver overtone, and then a silver. What do you think to these, Mandy? If you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. They are yours. If you're not happy, that's absolutely fine. We can swap them for you. And then I will need to know which one pearl you'd like on your jewellery. All the pearls are yours. It's just which one you'd like me to pop onto the jewellery. If I run them through the board, your bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. The darker chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Silver sea green's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And then the silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Sorry, I thought I saw the 7.5 then, but then I tricked myself. So, but it was a 7.5. Okay, what do you think, Mandy? Samantha, hello. Can we please change the chocolate for a watermelon, sea green on the bracelet, and have lobster fittings on the others? Of course you can. Let's get you a watermelon first and have a look here to see if you're happy with that one. Are you happy with that one there? Love them. Okay, perfect. Let me just take the chocolate away and then I'll bring you back up so I can write this down. So we're going to have sea green on the bracelet, and you'd like to be invoiced for the other ones on lobster fitting. Perfect. Your invoice, that will get sent across for you tomorrow, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form, my lovely. So they are safe on there. Thank you for the donations with your shells, Mandy, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there. Okay. You're very, very welcome, Mandy. Up next this evening is Cindy Brown. Cindy, are you here? I don't think I've seen you yet, but hopefully you're here, my lovely. So Cindy Brown, are you here? Oh, Cindy, hello, 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 hello. Cindy, you have got 2 of our gifting gonks, so let's go across. Which 2 would you like? Now you can have 2 of the same, or you can have 2 different ones. It's completely up to you. Which 2 would you like? So we've got Besotted, Smitten, Charmed and Hopeful. Can you have Smitten and Hopeful? Of course you can. So Smitten is this one, and Hopeful is, oh, that one's stuffed, this one. So let's bring you across. So Smitten and then Hopeful. We'll open up Smitten first. So Smitten, and then this is Hopeful at the back. So good luck, my lovely. And straight away, look at those pops of colour there. So you've got 1 and 2 items of jewellery. And then 1, 2 and 3 oysters there. Your first item are the Devoted crystal earrings. Now these are 95 hookback earrings, and they are purple and blue crystal hearts. Now they're called the Devoted earrings on the website, and they've got that gorgeous deep Cadbury purple tone, but then in different lights you can see that kind of blue blurple tone coming through in the facets of the crystal as well. They're stunning. Now with these ones, you can have pearls on or off the jewellery. It's completely up to you. If you have the pearls on the jewellery, they do sort of get fitted here, and then they'll be able to move around towards the top of the earrings. So that's up to you if you'd have pearls on or off. But I hope you're happy with those ones. And then moving on to your second item, this is a charm. So this will be fitted with the fitting that you've chosen. So this is the fantail fish charm. So if I get this focused, and it is the fantail fish. So you can see the fish at the top, and then that tail swings round and curves underneath the fish itself. Now these fish are beautiful, and I think that this charm represents it well, especially with the swoosh and the wave there. Now this one is paired with a bright purple pearl, and this sort of sits right in front of the fish itself, but then as you can see can move side to side as you're wearing it, so then you see the flashes. But as this is a double-sided charm, you can also see the design from the reverse side as well. So I hope you're happy with that one, Cindy. So pair of earrings and then your ready-made charm and 3 oysters alongside that. And then moving on to your second parcel, we'll open up your oysters all together if that's okay. So in here, oh, I can see an item of jewellery there. And you've got 1, 2, 3 oysters. So you've actually got a second pair of earrings, Cindy. Now these ones, oh, the butterflies at the back, I'm just going to pop there. These ones are the wonky heart earrings. So these are on the website. There we go. So these are the wonky heart earrings. I'd possibly pop them the other way around, so have them that way, but you can wear them either way. So these are stud back earrings, and your pearls go right in the centre of the hearts there, so you won't be able to see that disc as the pearls will cover it up. Now you've got the wonky, it's called the wonky heart earrings because you've got one side which comes out and is larger, and then the smaller side of the heart is encrusted with the crystal, so it gives it that little bit of sparkle as well. So 2 pearls on these, and they would definitely need to go onto these earrings. Okay, so that's your second item. So 2 pairs of earrings and a charm, and then 6 oysters, Cindy. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours you're hoping for? What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the 3 and the 3 with the oysters together, so then you can see which oysters came out of which parcel. Okay, so starting with, was it Smitten first? That's these 3 here. Oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And your first one, you have got a slightly two-tonal autumn peach, and there's no more in that one. So if I show you the two-tonalness, he's slightly lighter and then brighter as you go around. Moving on to your second oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have got a chocolate pearl, and there's no more in that one. So here is your chocolate pearl. And then moving on to the third oyster, so the last oyster of the first package. And in here, there's one side and the other side. And you've got a second chocolate, and there's no more in that one. So first 3 oysters, you've got a two-tonal autumn peach, and then 2 chocolate pearls. Moving on to your next set of 3. So your next oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here you are quadding, just having a squidge, and there's no more in that one. Mandy, yes, that's not a problem, and I don't charge for the extension chain on the bracelet. Okay, so I will just add it on there for you. So with your quadding pearls, Cindy, you have got a coral, darker gunmetal grey. Sorry, I'll hold it a bit closer. Lavender purple, which is two-tonal. So it is two-tonal lilac purple with darker lavender areas. And then the lemon yellow, but he does have this darker area to him. So you can see lemon yellow, then just slightly darker there, and then back into the lemon yellow. So two-tonal lemon yellow. Coral, darker gunmetal grey, two-tonal lilac and lavender, and a two-tonal lemon yellow. Moving on to your next oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have got a gold pearl. There's no more in that one. I'm going to pop him on the top row here. So there is your gold pearl. And then moving on to your last oyster, Cindy. There's one side and the other side. And in here, oh wow, look at those. You are twinning. And you're twinning with bright, deep, icy blue pearls. So let me dry these up for you. And let me hold all this up for you. I haven't drank this one yet.
Do we have another?
I do have another one somewhere. Sorry, Aaron's just brought me in. No, you have to get one from the living room. Grab me one from the living room if you wouldn't mind, please. Sorry, Aaron just brought me in another tea. I haven't drank the first one. So, Cindy, I do apologise, my lovely. He is keen. I'll explain. He's got a new game and he's just finished, I don't know what, I've just finished putting the kids to bed, I think. So he's going to go and sit down and play his new game. So I did say I'm not going to ask him for a drink while he's playing. So I think that's why, bless him. So, Cindy, you've got an autumn peach, 2 chocolates and a gold. You've then got a coral, gunmetal grey, two-tonal lilac, lavender, and then a lemon yellow, and then 2 beautiful twinning icy blues. Now, I will need to definitely know what colours you'd like on the wonky heart earrings. The crystal heart earrings, you can have pearls on or off. It's completely up to you. And if you're not happy, you can swap it. What game? It's the Hogwarts Legacy game, the new Harry Potter one. Yeah. Right, so your autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Chocolate number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And your gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your coral, is a runaway, and he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The two-tonal lilac lavender is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The bright icy blue twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. Oh, no, sorry, he is a 6.5. And then number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5 as well. Okay. Thank you, Bab. Old tea, new tea. Thank you, darling. Oh, bless him. Cindy, what do you think? Have a glug. I really should drink it because it is going to go cold. The first one, I mean. Oh, Becky, I couldn't be so mean. Honestly, it only got released for early, I don't really understand it. It's early access today because he bought the Dulux thing, and then it got released on the PC at like 7 o'clock tonight, and then he hasn't had a chance because it was downloading and stuff, so he's literally about to go on it, so I cannot, he's been waiting all day, so I can't so I can't call him in, bless him. I'm going to leave him alone now, bless him. Oh, Cindy, blues on the wonky hearts, of course. And can we swap the 3 chocolates for purple to go on the earrings? Do you mean the 2 chocolates? Two chocolates for purple. Yeah, it sounds like it's a busy game. I don't know. I'm sure I'll hear about it later. There we go. Would you be happy with these 2? Okay, so would you be happy with those 2? Yeah, I'm sure I would as well, Samantha. Bless him. He doesn't often splurge on himself, so when he sort of mentioned it, I was like, go for it. That's fine, Cindy. Okay, so, and just confirm, I'm going to bring you up so I can write this down, but just confirm that you're happy with the other colours as well. I'm extremely lucky, Sarah, to have him. 100%, I agree with that. So, Cindy, wonky heart earrings. You'd like the icy blues. And on the crystal heart earrings, you would like the purples. And then just confirm that you're happy with the other colours as well. Oh, bless you, Becky. Although I do wish I kind of held it back now because it's his birthday at the weekend. And I could have got him even as an early birthday present. But I didn't think about that. Never mind. Okay, that's fine with the other colours as well, Cindy. perfect. I'm just going to pop these in here for you as well. Okay, Cindy, just to confirm everything, you're very happy. Perfect. Okay, so Cindy, thank you for the donations with your shells, with all of those there. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. He should give lessons. Oh, bless you, Kelly. Oh, no. Oh. Dude, that made me chuckle. I'm just going to finish the rest of this tea because it's going to go cold, and then I've got a nice hot one. Oh, I want to take him to the one in the UK first, Samantha. I went to the one in the UK years and years ago with my mum and sisters, but Aaron's never been, and my kids are old enough to go now as well, so I'd love to take him there. The Universal Studio thing. But it's very expensive, so that's something we have to save up for. Oh, I hate cold tea. My mum can drink cold tea, or she can like put it in the microwave, but I'm one of those that can't even put it in the microwave, so I have to drink it when it's warm or hot. I can't drink it when it's cold. It just sends, oh, I just can't do it. Excuse me. Right, up next today is Andrea Jackson. Andrea, are you here? Do they, Samantha? There's been so much new stuff in the one in London since, like, I literally went before I even had kids, so over 12 years ago. Oh yeah, it must have been over 12 years ago. Ah, very long time. No, was it 12 years ago? Must have been, I can't remember. It is, Sarah. There's just something about it. Although I don't mind it in one of the cups. The cups that keep it warm, I can deal with that. Like, that's absolutely fine. Oh, Cindy. Oh, you didn't have to. Bless you. That's extremely kind of you, Cindy. Oh, bless you. I'll let you know if something arrives, but bless you, my lovely. Oh, lost youth. Oh, gosh. Honestly, it was just my birthday and nobody was allowed to say my age. I refused to hear it. I was like, la, 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 la. Right, I'm looking for Andrea Jackson. Andrea, are you here? I'll pop an updated order list on the page while I'm just waiting for Andrea's comments to come through. And then that way, if you have ordered, wherever did we get to? You can have a look on the page, and yeah, and if you would like to order, there's still space available for today. Oh, bless you, Cindy. Oh, I know, Amy. It's one of those I refuse in my brain that I'm getting older. It's one of those ones. Now, if anyone can see Andrea Jackson, please comment on her comment for me, because that will bring it forward so I can see. And Andrea, if you're here, possibly type I'm invisible, because that will also bring it forward so I can see. That's very true, Talia. Andrea, hello, my lovely. I can see you there. So Andrea, you've got one of our Gonk's gifts and you've got an oyster opening as well. So what we'll do is if you let me know what type of oyster you'd like for your oyster opening, and then we'll do the Gonk's gift as well, but then we'll open all the oysters together at the end if that's okay. So what type of oyster would you like? And then we'll go across to the Gonks for you to have a look to see which one of those you'd like as well. Mystery, perfect. Donate the shells, brilliant. So what I'll do is I'll just pop it on here and then I'll open it in a moment. So let's go across to the Gonks. Which one would you like from here, my lovely? You've got Besotted, Smitten, Charmed and Hopeful. Hopeful, perfect. So that's this one here. Okay, and I'm going to bring you straight back down and then you'll see your mystery oysters sitting there as well. So if we get this open for you, and oh, in here you've got a pair of earrings and another item, and 1, 2, 3 oysters there. Now these earrings are new, not on the website yet. However, they are very similar to a charm that we've had on the website for a while now. Okay, so these are 925 silver hookback earrings. And these are a butterfly earring. Now we actually have this butterfly as a charm on the website. However, it doesn't have this circle at the end. It is just the top half butterfly. Now this circle at the end is actually where your pearls hang from. So this does need to have 2 pearls on the jewellery. And like I say, they hang from the bottom of the butterfly there. So I hope you're happy with those ones, Andrea. Perfect. And then your bonus item is a charm. So again, this charm is going to have the fitting that you've chosen get popped on here. And this is a crystal charm. So this is a golden shadow, crystal, kite or diamond charm, depends on how you look at it. Now on the reverse side, you've got a point on this side here, so on the reverse side, which means that it's going to not sit still because it's on the point. So it's always going to be moving to catch the light there, as you can see. Golden shadow means you've got lighter and darker golden shades. And then we've actually got a lighter autumn peach pearl alongside this one. If I just get this refocused again. There we go. So lighter autumn peach pearl on there as well. So I hope you're happy with that one. So earrings, where you do definitely need to have some 2 pearls on the bottom, and then your charm as well, where your fitting will get placed on there. And then that's come with 3 oysters here. And then you've got your mystery oyster as well. So I'll open up the mystery oyster last, if that's okay. So Andrea, would you like to donate or keep your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Your first oyster. There's one side. And the other side. And in your first oyster, you are twinning with gorgeous coral twins there. There's no more in that one. Now, these corals, I can definitely see they are different shades of coral. You've got one brighter, one slightly lighter, but both of them are very bright, deep colours. So you'd like to donate your shells and you're hoping for apple white for the jewellery. Okay. Well, fingers crossed for you, Andrea, my lovely. Gorgeous, brighter corals there to start with. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. Oh, look at him. You've got a burgundy red. And there's no more in that one. They're here till at least Valentine's Day, Cindy. So they're here for at least another week. And then I'll work out the dates. So this is a very dark, almost a black cherry. So he's two-tonal. So you've got the brighter red. Sorry, let me get this focused for you first. Okay, so brighter red and then goes into that gorgeous dark black cherry, then back into that brighter burgundy red. So two-tonal burgundy and black cherry there. And then moving on to the last of the oysters from the gifting Gonk. There's one side and the other side. And in here you've got a lighter autumn peach, and there's no more in that one. And there is your autumn peach. And then moving on to your last oyster, which is your mystery oyster. You've got a softer pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, you have got a TARDIS blue, and there's no more in that one. Okay, let me pop your TARDIS blue in here as well. Andrea, what do you think to these? A two-tonal burgundy red and black cherry, twinning bright corals. One is slightly brighter than the other. You've got a lighter autumn peach and then a TARDIS blue. Now, if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. I'll need to know which two you would like on your earrings and then which one you would like on your other item of jewellery. And if you're not happy with these, we can swap them for you. If I run them through the board, your autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The brighter of the coral twins is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Lighter of the coral twins is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So they are measuring slightly different sizes there. Two-tonal burgundy red and black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he is a 6.5. Can we swap the corals for icy blues for the earrings, and if possible the blue for an apple white or lightest green for the bracelets? I'm just going to have a look for probably the palest green that we would have. I mean, that one is extremely light. I'm just going to have a look. Okay, so I've got 3 options of greens there, so you can have a look at those and see if any of those are what you're looking for. And icy blues first. I'll hold this up so you can have a closer look in a moment. Okay. So I'm just setting these up so then it's easier to go through. So I've taken away the blue and the 2 corals. I've added in those icy blues there, so just let me know if they're okay. And then these greens, they're like a creamy with like a green overtone. Now actually they're showing up slightly lighter on the camera. Just gonna see if I put them on there. No, it doesn't show any better. Okay, so they do have, you can see a slight greeny tone to them. It's just like an off-white green. So I'm hoping you can see that on the camera. Now, if these are okay, this is green number 1, 2 and 3. Now they are different. I would say that's the lightest, middle and the darkest of the 3. So 1, 2 and 3. If you're happy with those, which one would you like? And then of course your twinning icy blues if you're happy with those. The blues are perfect, and can you have number 3? So if I take those 2 away, and then those would be yours there. Okie dokie. So it's the blues on the earrings and the green on the other item. Just confirm again if that's correct. And also if you're happy with the other colours left over. Perfect, perfect. You're very welcome, my lovely. I'm just going to pop this on here then. Let me just write this down. Excuse me, my voice. I honestly think it's just all the talking with the weather at the moment sets my voice off into a croak after a while. So blues on the earrings and green on the other item. Perfect. Good night, Samantha. Thank you for joining us today. Right, Andrea, that's all safe on there for you, my lovely. Thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. It is, Becky. My temperature thing says it's 0 degrees outside, so literally freezing. But I'm feeling it as well. It's very cold, isn't it? Like it feels colder. Andrea, you're very, very welcome. Up next today is Yvette Wayne. Yvette, are you here? Let me have a sip of this tea. Good evening, Dale. Yvette Wayne, are you here? Nearly time. We've got like 8 months yet, Dale. 2 blankets, fluffy socks, and you're still cold. Oh, bless you. Well, the fluffy socks definitely help. With me, I find if my feet are cold, the whole of me is cold. So yeah, I've had to revert to socks at the moment as well. Yvette, hello. I can see that I'm invisible there. Hello, my lovely. Let me mark that you are here as well. So you have got one of our gifting gonks. So let's go across. And Yvette, which one would you like? So we've got Besotted, Smitten, Charmed and Hopeful. Which one would you like? Can you have Charmed and donate the shells? You can indeed. So Charmed is this one here. And let's bring you straight across. So Charmed, let's get him open. Oh my gosh, Kathy. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, I don't want to complain anymore. That is, oh my gosh. I've never been somewhere that cold. I mean, I would love to go, but oh my gosh. Yvette, you've got 1 and 2 items of jewellery and 1 and 2 and 3 oysters. Okay, so your first item of jewellery would definitely need your pearl to go on here. So one of your pearls would need to go in the centre of this pendant. And this is a cross pendant. So this is the newer one on the website, a cross pendant. You've got that overlapping heart there in the middle, and then your pearl gets set in the middle of the heart. So I hope you're happy with that one. Let me get it focused on there as well. Okay, so that's your first one. And then your second item is a charm, sorry. So this one, your pearl will, let me try that again. This one, your charm will have the fitting that you've chosen on him. And this is the hummingbird charm. So this is a 3D hummingbird. Now let me get this focused because he is truly lovely. So this is the front of him and the underneath. Now as we go around, let me get this, see if I can get this focused. There we go. So as we go around, you've got all of this detail on this hummingbird. Now I've actually paired this one with a cream pearl. Now let me show you, as the fitting gets hung from this bit at the top, the pearl sits beautifully in the wings here. Hang on, let me get him focused again. So as you can see, where I'm holding it from is where your fitting would be. So the pearl sits beautifully behind the wings of the hummingbird. I absolutely love, love, love this charm. I hope you're happy with that one as well. And then 3 oysters with this one. So let's get these open. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? 1, 2, and 3. So oyster number 1. And is there certain colours you're hoping for as well? Oyster number 1. There's one side. Now I can see a hint of a colour on both sides of the shell there. And in here, and you do have a blue pearl, and so it must have been showing through the shell. So that is a gorgeous, bright, deep blue pearl, and it's an icy blue, but gorgeous deep colour to him. Let me hold him up for you. So blue to start with. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side. And the other side. And in here you are twinning. And you're twinning with bright, deep autumn peach pearls. So another one which is that gorgeous deep peach colour. So quite bold colours to start with. And then moving on to your last oyster. No, Shelley. That's not a problem. If you'd like to order, you'll be added on to today. There's one side and the other side. Oh, wow. And in here you are twinning for a second time, following the trend of your bright, bold colours, Yvette. You've got gorgeous watermelon twins here as well. Look at those shades. Okay, so icy blue, autumn peach twins and watermelon twins. What do you think to all of these? Now I'll definitely need to have one pearl choice for the pendant, and then the other pearls are yours. Now if you're not happy with these colours, we can swap them for you. If I run them through the board, the icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Autumn peach number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Autumn peach number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. So they're measuring different sizes there. Watermelon number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. And watermelon number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. So they're measuring the same size. Can you have a blush pink and swap that for the icy blue, of course, and then put the blush pink on the pendant. Sorry, that's slightly brighter pink. Let me get, there we go, that one's more blush in tone. Just have a look there. Would you be happy with that one? Would you be happy with that pink on the jewellery? And also, Are you happy with your other colours there? Just going to bring you back up. So the pink's perfect, brilliant. Just confirm that you're happy with the other colours there as well, if that's okay. Colours are beautiful, perfect, and you're very, very welcome. Well, thank you for the donations with your shells, Yvette, and that's safe up there, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Okay. Oh, I missed my box. Sorry, I've got a bigger recycling box over there for the kitchen towel tube. I've missed it, so I'll pick that up after. If I don't pick it up when I let the dogs on in the morning, it'll be chewed to shreds. It's their favourite toy. The insides. It's terrible. I find bits of cardboard everywhere. Up next this evening is Kathy Rax. Kathy, are you here? I've got two toy poodles, one a silverback, one a red, and they are brilliant. I love them to pieces. One's just turned 5, I believe, and one's just turned 1. 4 or 5. I feel like it's 5. I'd have to double check, but yeah, I love them. Of course I can. There is the website link there. Did that not go through? Why didn't that post? There we go. Sorry, the first one didn't post. It has gone fast, Jackie, hasn't it? Kathy, hello. So you've got one opening altogether and you'd like to have a normal oyster. Just reaching over again. Donate the shells. Is there a certain colour with this one? Also, with this item, you can have the pearl hanging from the top or from the bottom. I believe on the website it shows it from the bottom, but I just thought I'd give you that choice. So let me know if you'd like it from the top or from the bottom of it there. So let's go down, and you're hoping for a cream. Okay, so your normal oyster. There's one side. Yes, Sarah, mine do that as well. And the other side, Kathy. Oh, that one ran out. Where did that go? Oh, he's a rose gold. That literally rolled up here and then rolled back down there. And there's no more in that one. So you have got a rose gold. Let me just dry him up. Now, you said you was hoping for a cream. So if you prefer to swap this one for a cream, we can do that for you. Or, of course, if you're happy with this one, that's absolutely fine as well. So if I run him through the board for you, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. Can you swap him for a cream? You can indeed. And you'd like the pearl hanging from the top? Of course you can. Okay, just have a look here. Would you be happy with that one? Oh, it looks quite white on the camera, but that is a cream. Just going to bring you back to write that down, but if you're not happy, like I say, we can change him. So cream on there and pearl hanging from the top of the item. That's lovely. Perfect. And you're happy with that? Brilliant. Thank you again for the donations with your shells, my lovely. That's on there and safe up there for you. So again, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. Okay. Now, if anybody is ordering, please let me know, as I've just moved on to the last person on the order list at the moment, and I wouldn't want to sort of finish if somebody has gone to order, if that makes sense. So up next is Shelley. Shelley oh, I'm so sorry, Shelley. Sizwisky. I think I've mispronounced that completely, Shelley. Shelley, you are here. Yeah, I was just calling you, my lovely. Hello, I'm so sorry. I've completely mispronounced your name, so I do apologise. And it is me. I'm terrible when I read names. So yeah, I'm ever so sorry. But hello, my lovely. So you've got an oyster opening and one of our gifting gonks as well. So if it's okay with you, we'll do all of the oyster openings together at the end. So if you let me know what type of oyster you would like, and I'll pop him on the tray, then we'll get one of your gonks and then we'll open it all together, if that's okay. Then you can let me know at the end what pearl you would like where. So if that's okay, which type of oyster would you like for your oyster with the jewellery? We've got mystery oysters, which are a mix of all the colours. We've got normal natural colours, Nunu rainbow, which are darker rainbow colours, and expand the rainbow, which are darker rainbow colours. Mystery. Perfect. So if I grab one of these and I'll just pop him on the tray, and then if we go across to the gonks, let me know which one of these would you like. We've got Besotted, Smitten, Charmed and Hopeful. Mystery and Smitten, and I can keep the shells. Oh, bless you. Thank you, my lovely. So Smitten is in here. So I'm just going to bring you straight back across, and let's open this up first. So this is your mystery oyster. So I'll open him up as well in a moment. Okay, so in here. Okay, so you've got one item of jewellery and 1, 2 and 3 oysters there. Okay, so one item of jewellery in that one. Excuse me. Excuse me. Now this one is a key ring. So all of the fittings here are 925 silver. So it's still 925 silver, even without key rings. Now this has got a swivel, so this can turn all the way around, and it's a latch hook design. So this, oh, if it can see here, this hooks on to a bag or to a key ring, or it could hook onto a chain if you wanted to. So it is a slightly different latch hook design. You've then got this long, sorry, let me get it refocused for you. You've then got this long belcher chain. Okay, now you can have additional charms on here. So if you've got any charms on lobster fittings, you can fit them on here, so then you can have multiple charms branching off. Or if you get any pearls on lobster fittings, again, you can have them branching off. Now this one has got a gorgeous sunspot crystal on the bottom here, and it's in a rose pink colour. Sorry, let me each time I put my glove behind it, it makes it darker. So you can see here, gorgeous sunspot crystal. So again, it's lighter and darker pink, just depending on where the light catches it. And it's that gorgeous rose pink colour. Now normally this one, I would put the pearl on here, around here, so it's just above the crystal. However, you can have the pearl anywhere on the chain. Also, you don't have to have the pearl on the jewellery if you don't want to. You can keep the pearl off. It's completely up to you. So I hope you're happy with that one, my lovely. And then let me just get your oysters open here, and we'll open these up. Now, is there certain colour pearls that you're hoping for? You love it. Oh, I'm glad you're happy with him. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so oyster number 1. Let's start with your parcel of oysters first. There's one side and the other side. And in here, you have got a two-tonal. There's no more in that one. Now, let me just have a quick look. You're hoping for the light green or peridot colour and a white. Okay, so this one is actually a two-tonal chocolate. It's almost like a tiger's eye. I think it's just slightly darker. But if I say the tiger eye, you can sort of see what I mean, because you've got the 3 different tones of chocolate in there. Lighter chocolate, the darkest chocolate, and then goes into that middle toned chocolate. So I hope you're happy with your first pearl out. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. And in here you've got a lilac purple. There's no more in that one. Again, this one's slightly two-tonal with slightly darker purple areas. So you can see dark purple there, then goes into the light purple. Moving on to your next oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have got a burgundy red, and there's no more in that one. So you've got that tiger eye chocolate, a two-tonal lilac purple, and then a burgundy red. We have had in the past pearls with 3 different colours on, yes. They're extremely rare, but it does happen, or it has happened. Moving on to your last oyster, which is your mystery oyster, Shelley, we've got a softer pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. A little bit of flesh there, but there's no pearls on that side. I can see you are twinning, and you're twinning with beautiful larger lemon yellow pearls, and there's no more in that one. Okay, so let me pop these in here as well. What do you think to these, Shelley? Excuse me. So 3-tonal chocolate, 2-tonal lilac purple, and your burgundy red, and then twinning lemon yellow twins as well. Now I'll need to know if you're happy with these colours. That's perfect. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. And then I'll need to know if you'd like to have a pearl on or off of your keyring, and if on, if you prefer it closer down near the crystal or near the top, near the latch, or in the middle, so between the two. Your 3-tonal chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Lilac purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Lemon yellow number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5, and lemon yellow number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. Yes, I can. I can invoice you for the additional pearl on the necklace. So that, yes, I can do that if you would like me to. So, oh yeah, sorry, I've just dropped something under the desk. So yes, if you would like to have 2 pearls on there, that's fine as well. So I do apologise. I'll need to know what pearl you'd like on the necklace and what one on the key ring. And yes, you can have 2 on there if you would like to. Oh, bless you, Dale. Thank you. Of course I can, my lovely. Now I'm gonna show it with the white card, just because I'll show you behind with the darker gloves. You can see it just makes it look slightly darker. So to get the colours, I'm gonna just pop it against the white, and then you can see the colours. So here is the 3-tonal chocolate, the lilac purple, and the burgundy red. So I'm trying not to let it shadow. I don't think it is shadow. I think, yeah, that's just me causing the shadow. That's fine. And then yellow number 1 and yellow number 2. Does that help at all, my lovely? burgundy on there, of course. And which colour would you like, or which colours, if you prefer to have two on there, would you like on your necklace? So burgundy, I've just taken it away just so then I can pop it there, and I'll write that down in a moment. And swap the chocolate and purple for light green and white. Of course you can. So chocolate and purple. So when you say light green, how kind of light do you want to go? So I'm just getting you a bridal white. And I'm going to go for a pastel apple green, and then we can go lighter or darker to the one I'm going to get you. So then we can sort of gauge, there we go, what colour, what shade you'd like to go for. So you can see white and green there. I've gone for similar sized pearls as well, if you're having them both on the pendant. That way they complement each other, if that's okay with you. So those shades, would you like to go lighter or brighter with the green? Or if that one's okay, that's obviously fine as well. Slightly darker. Okay. Let me look in the other pot. Tell you what. Let me show you these three. Again, if these three aren't the shades you're looking for, we can go for a different shade. So that's the original one I was showing you a second ago. So that's number 1, number 2, and number 3. I'll pop the white above them as well so you can see the white against them. So number 1, number 2, and number 3. Three and white on the necklace with a hoop fitting. Okay, so just to confirm here, do you want the extra pearl on the hoop fitting, or do you want them both on the pendant, and then the pendant to be on the hoop fitting? I hope that makes sense. So those are the two you've chosen. Let me bring you back up. Okay, so let me just go through the options here. The options are to have the pendant and then both your pearls on the one hoop fitting, the pendant, both your pearls on separate hoop fittings, the pendant with one pearl on the pendant, one pearl on the hoop fitting, or the pendant with two pearls on the pendant. And then the pendant with two pearls on the pendant on a hoop fitting. Oh, I think I've made it very complicated. I'm so sorry. I've given so many options there, Shelley. Sorry. Both pearls on two hoop fittings with the pendant. Okay. Okay, so the invoice for the extra fitting will get sent across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form, my lovely. And the lobster fitting on the single pearls. Okay. Perfect. I've got that down for you as well. It will all be on the same invoice that will get sent across for you tomorrow. Do double check everything on there before paying. I hope that you're happy with that, my lovely. And thank you for the donations of your shells as well. And I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. No confusion at all, my lovely. And you're very, very welcome. I'm glad you're happy. And up next today is Julianne Bailey. Julianne, are you here? Julie, hello. Okay, so Julie, you have got one of our gifting gonks. So if we go across to the gonks, which one would you like? We've got besotted, smitten, charmed, or hopeful. Oh, Shelley. Bless you, Shelley. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. That's very, very kind of you, my lovely. Thank you. Okay, can you have smitten? Of course you can. So smitten is this one, and diving in. Let's bring you straight back across. Okay, so good luck, Julie. And in here you've got your item of jewellery. Oh, sorry. And 1, 2, and 3 oysters with you as well. Soraya, bless you. Thank you as well for the donations of the shells, with the stars there. So sorry. With the stars. Thank you, my lovely. You're very, very kind. So you have got a crystal pendant, Julie. Now, your crystal pendant, you can have a pearl on or off of the jewellery here. So that's going to be up to you. And this one is not on the website and hasn't been on the website. So if you choose to have your pearl on here, it goes to the top and can move around. Or like I say, you can keep this one as it is. So it is the blue rectangle crystal pendant. However, if you see from the side view, if I hold from the top, it has this domed, almost like eye shape. So it starts thinner at the top, gets wider in the middle. So it is then a curved rectangle. Okay, and it's the same on both sides. It's a gorgeous denim blue shade, and you can see it gets lighter and darker as the light catches it. Thank you, Soraya. Very kind, my lovely. So Julie, I hope you're happy with this one, and he's not on the website, so he is quite a rarity to have. Let me pop him in here. And then you've got 3 oysters with this one, Julie. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? And 3. Okay, so oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And in your first oyster, you are twinning. Oh, and you're twinning with a burgundy red and a black cherry. And there's no more in that one. So twinning burgundy red and black cherry. Look at those. Ooh. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side. Oh, the shell is slightly falling apart here. And the other side. And in here you have got 1, 2, and 3. Oh, possibly triples. You have got triples from your second oyster, my lovely. So you have got a pinkle, which is a base pink with a slight purple overtone, a icy blue and a slightly two-tonal gold. So pinkle, icy blue and a two-tonal gold. And then moving on to your last oyster. There's one side. Oh, and the other side. And in here you have got a autumn peach. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so let me go through all of these, Julie, and then you can let me know what you think and, of course, what you would like to do. So again, you can have a pearl on or off the jewellery. That's going to be completely your choice. You've got twinning black cherry and burgundy red, triples pinkle, which is a pink with a slight purple overtone, a icy blue and a two-tonal gold, and then you've got a larger autumn peach at the bottom there. Now, if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. If you're not happy, we can, of course, swap them for you. And then I'll just need to know which ones you would like to go where, if you'd like any on there, of course. So if I run them through the board for you, the black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The pinkle is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Your gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. What do you think, Julie? Blue on the pendant and the rest on hoop fittings, and you're very happy. Perfect. Well, I'm glad you're happy with all of your colours here. So let me pop them in here for you. And if I write this down, so we're going to have blue on here and for the others to go on a hoop fitting. Okay, your invoice, that will get sent across for you tomorrow, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. Thank you, Julie, for the donations with your shells, and of course I hope you're also happy with everything once it arrives, and I've popped that up there for you. Oh, bless you, Beverly, and good morning, my lovely. Up next today is Lisa Johnson. Lisa, are you here? Julie, you're very, very welcome. Lisa, hello. Now, Lisa, you also have one of our gifting gonks, so let's go across. Which one would you like, Lisa? So again, the choices are besotted, smitten, charmed, and hopeful. Which one would you like? Can you have charmed? Of course you can, so that's this one. Okay, and if I bring you straight across, good luck, my lovely. Okay, so you have got 1 and 2 items of jewellery, and then you've got 1, 2 and 3 oysters. Okay, so your first item is a cage pendant. This cage pendant can hold 1 pearl at a time. So if you've got your loose pearls at home, you'll be able to swap and change your pearls around inside this cage pendant here. Now this is the new butterfly cage pendant on the website. So overall it is a ball cage, so you can see your pearl from every angle, front and back of the cage. And then you've got this rose gold coloured butterfly perched on this half. Now 1 wing is hollow and 1 wing is encrusted with crystals here. Also the bail of this one is a circle hoop bail, and then you've got crystals alongside the outer edge of that bail as well, just to give the pendant a little bit of sparkle. So I hope you're happy with your first item. Can you donate the shells Perfect. Yes, of course you can. And I'm glad you're happy with the cage. Your second item is a charm. So again, we will be popping the fitting that you've chosen on this charm. Now this is our robin charm. So it is a 3D bird. It does have the hollow wings in the centre to give the detail of the wings there. Now the pearl on this one is the brightest burgundy red. Look at that one there, which goes perfect with a robin. So you could have it either way. Oh, he is lovely. So that is your second item. I hope you're happy with that one as well, Lisa. So cage pendant and then your charm. And then 3 oysters here. So let me get these open. And you've already said to donate your shells. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so oyster number 1. There's one side. Oh wow, really, Lisa? Oh, bless you. Well, I'm glad you're happy with him then. And the other side. And your first pearl out is a spotted sea green. There's no more in that one. So this is a base sea green and he's got darker spots on him here. So you can see he is a spotted sea green. Love that. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. And in here you've got a brighter pink and there's no more in that one. So here is your brighter pink. And then moving on to your last oyster. There's one side and the other side. Oh, bless you, Lisa. And if we have a squidge in here, you are twinning. And there's no more in that one. And you're twinning with slightly two-tonal coral twins. And these corals, you can definitely see that one coral is slightly lighter and then one coral is slightly brighter. So they are different shades there. What do you think to these? So you've got the two-tonal spotted green, the bright pink, and then the twinning corals, one lighter, one brighter. Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. And if you're not happy, we can change the colours for you. So the green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The bright pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Slightly lighter coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then the slightly brighter coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. So they are measuring slightly different sizes as well. Yes, but there'll be a weight on both. Let me just double check the reds. Okay, so the brightest red I have here is this one. So there's definitely going to be a weight on an oil slick, and if you would prefer a brighter red than this one, there would be a weight on that as well. What do you think to that red there? Dark watermelon. Bright watermelon. What about that one? Hello. Thank you. I wonder how his game's going. What do you think to those colours there, Lisa? Tea time, exactly. Oh wow, Danielle, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. It's very, very kind of you. Thank you, my lovely. So Lisa, I'm just looking to see which colour you would like. Is that watermelon the sort of tone you're going for? He is, Sarah. He is. Looking over at him, he looks like he's munching, so maybe he went to get himself a snack and thought of grabbing a tea as well, bless him. If anyone can see Lisa's comment, please comment on that comment because it will bring it forward so I can see. Oh no, sorry, it's just come through, Lisa. Watermelon, perfect. So you're happy with the watermelon and you're happy with the rest as well. Brilliant. So swapping the pink for the watermelon. Okay, let me bring you back up here. I'm glad you're happy with those, Lisa. Thank you for the donations with your shells, my lovely. And that's safe up there. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Yeah, I think my comments are being a little bit funny. I keep sort of refreshing it to sort of hope it sorts itself out. Oh, Lisa, you're very, very welcome. I think that may be the end of the order list for tonight. I think it is. So, thank you all for watching and for joining in. We're going to be live again on Friday evening. So if you'd like to join us for Friday, we'll be live from around 8 p.m. GMT. Hope you have a brilliant rest of your week and I'll see you on Friday. Take care. Bye.